Amber. Hey people, good morning. You know, let's do it in Dutch because it's about the Dutchess. My oma, she gave that name to the Dutchess. Funny, in South Africa. I miss my oma. Do you know I have a strong oma? But I have also other family that I don't know who they are. That's my biological father. And the way we're heading, the wonders. I just have to have patience because we will meet. And you know what I love? Wow, I love family. And always when let's stay in English. When I came to Holland, the only family I had here was my mother, my father, my sister, my uncle, my oma and my opa. But my opa, he was Dutch. My oma got married with him, but it's not my biological grandfather. My oma doesn't know her father. No, my mother doesn't know who her father is. She always said maybe it could be the brother of her mother. Yes, true stories, people. Because her mother didn't want to tell her who her father was. But then my mother told me, hey, it was a doctor, and he cheated on his wife. True story. So, my mother didn't grow up with a real father. The only father she learned to know was my Dutch grandfather. But he was, out there in the world, he was a great help. But inside, wow, he broke down my oma and even his son, because his son turned gay and he couldn't accept that. And his son turned out like, wow, a really crazy person in life. When I was young, I couldn't understand that. I was angry with my uncle. I thought, how can you be to your oma? Because when my grandfather passed away, wow, he started to steal from his own mother. Wow. I was living in our house for a few months because I was helping her. It was in my teenage years. Wow. But now I understand him better. Now I can forgive him because it was unhealed pains, and he didn't get the right help, and he got wrong friends, And because my grandfather and my oma hadn't enough money, he could just spend, but at one point he couldn't anymore. But anyway, so let's go back to what I wanted to start about this story. My mother, my father, married my biological father. So there are many things in my story, in my life, that I'm thankful for now that my mother was repeating it, even if she was already like she was, she wasn't healed. But okay, that's good for the psychology work, my life work, of course, because I met a person in the summer from back in the days, and wow, we just, it was like we saw each other the day before, but it was more than 15, maybe more longer years ago. And then we had a different conversation than back days. And then he told me, when I was younger, I always wanted to save the world. And then I thought, wow, that's a beautiful thing of you. I never thought you thought like that. Because, hey, we were in our 20 years dealing with life. We were starting life. Hey, that's a big thing for a young child, mature young child in life. But afterwards he promised me things, but hey, then I never heard of him again. But hey, that's okay, life is life. But I just realized again yesterday, like I always thought, if you really want to save the world, many motivational people tell you first got to save yourself and start by yourself. And then, I also said this before, then you start with the people that are closest by with you, who are really the right love for you. That's my children. And then, the rest that comes. And you learn and grow with each other. So, yeah, I'm really thankful and blessed. And even if it was hard, when, wow, the shock came in about what is really happening around me. Whoa. Of course, I had to get out of it and heal from it, of course, to grow stronger. You can only grow stronger, when you heal from the pain. And I know myself. And I know the strong person that I have always been. When you start a new plan in a different way, motherhood, starting to become softer for your little ones. Hey, people use advantage of that when they see that. And that was been happening around me. But hey, because my facial and my outer looks was in disguise for them, they didn't thought how my brain was operating. But hey, always been a clever girl. Thank you, Daddy.